Hi, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the video. And I'm a little bit late on this video, so I wanted to get it out quick, but I wanted to do a technical analysis, Elliott Wave crypto video, what I do every Tuesday, and let's get into it. So I always like to start out with the total market cap, and you guys have seen this chart. I'm looking for this to come down and then eventually once it finds a low to push up one more time up in this region to complete this overall pattern. That's what I'm looking for. An Elliott wave and impulse is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's what I think is happening. Now what I think is happening here, I have talked about. I think that we get a little support and a choppy move up into this region followed by another move down, and I think we're about 6 months to a year away from that happening. We'll have to kind of wait and see, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment. I have a couple trades on right now through the Discord. So in Bitcoin I do have a long right now. You can see here I do have a long in Bitcoin at the moment. And right now it is a little bit ugly. Bitcoin is. Let's try to zoom in here, move this up a little. So this is kind of what I'm seeing right now in Bitcoin. I see a 1, 2, 3, and the 4 hasn't been found yet. So that's what I'm really waiting on. How is that going to play out? And I think it's going to play out the same way as the total market cap. So if we zoom in on this, then we see this corrective structure followed by a nice move down and followed by a move up. And I think that if it can support here, it can push up anywhere between 25 and 27,000, and then from there it either continues chopping upward or it just falls down. So that's really what I'm thinking right now in Bitcoin. It's going to be interesting to see which one plays out. With Ethereum now, I am basically looking at it like, this could be a completed pattern here. It would be a little ugly because this is pretty short, but it's possible. But it's most likely the same count as Bitcoin. 1, 2, 3, looking for a 4. So most likely it's the same thing. What I'm thinking is price can come down here into this region, and you can see we have a short one right now. It's very much in the money, and I always do these trades on the Discord. But I'm thinking price can come down into this region, and it can be very choppy on the way down, or it can find support where it's at and then the same thing, push up a little bit, and that's where we can find it. But overall, I don't think the downside is quite done, but I do expect a little bit of a bounce here. Next, let's go to Cardano. So Cardano is an interesting one because Cardano just doesn't really show a lot. Cardano, I think the up move, at least the smaller one, is done. And now we're kind of just waiting on this to find completion. I think the same thing, we can see a little bit of a move up. Let me drop down to an hourly chart here. And this is kind of what I'm looking at. Find support here, be able to push up. And then, we do have all these targets up here, 60, 63 cents. That's possible. We do have this area up here, 52, 54 cents. That can add some resistance. And you can see this move is ugly. Anyone who says otherwise is just unclear on what's going on. But yeah, this move is pretty ugly. and really just kind of have to wait and see. But overall, you know, this move is ugly, this move is ugly, and if it's going to go higher, it should do so in a choppy fashion. So that's what I'm looking at with Cardano. It's not the prettiest, and that's why I'm not really trading it right now. I like Cardano. Cardano is one of my favorites, but you know, it is what it is. You got to go where the setups are. If they're not there, they're not there. Now let's go to Matic. Matic is definitely a favorite one of mine, and I'm thinking that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking it's done. And now we had this large move down, and now we're kind of waiting on things. What's it going to do? It should be able to maybe come down again, come back up again. So I expect it to be quite choppy here. Let me drop down to the hourly real quick, and we can talk about that, because that's where the most interesting part of this is at. So if we look at these lows, we had a move up that was suspect in my opinion. So this was a corrective move up, followed by a corrective move down, followed by an impulsive move up, which means this could be completed. And now we have this corrective move sideways. It can be extended, it can be ugly. I'm not really sure what's happening on this, but it's fine, because you can have a corrective move up, a corrective move down, corrective move up. That's totally okay. And that's why I'm thinking, you know, we can see this thing just move sideways, and that's one reason why I'm not trading it at all. This was a pretty decent trade, but right now there's no reasons. There's better things out there. Really no reason to jump on board Matic. But that's what I'm thinking. Sideways action would be totally fine. I am a big long-term fan of Matic, but short-term, there's no reason to play it. Next, let me jump into Solana. I have a lot of friends in Solana, and let's talk about it. So this move up looks like it is complete, and now we're getting this move down, and I talked about it very strongly. The price needed to stay over this 22 level, 22, 26, 28. I think it was 22 to 28 I was talking about. So it has, you know, it supported here, it pushed up, now it's coming down again. What is it set up to be doing now? Well, let's jump down to the hourly chart, and we will see. All right, let's zoom out here. And this move here is ugly. It really would be hard to make it uglier than this. Let me try to... So this is at 25, and we've had this was in June. Okay, we had this move up, which was very ugly. This move down, which is kind of strong move down, and now we're getting this move up and this very strong move down, which was very interesting. So based on this pattern, we can see it do a couple different things. First of all, this high is going to be very important at 39, because if price is going lower, it definitely needs to stay below that. And if this move is a start of a move lower, it should stay below this area here if it's going to go lower, which it can, but that doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. So if it's going to go sideways, what needs to happen? Well, I think it needs to be a little more choppy. So probably a move up followed by another move down. Then that can be followed with another move up. So that could be happening. If it's going to go lower from here, and let me jump down to a 15-minute real quick. That's about as ugly as it could be. All right. I'm not gonna try to decipher little stuff, but I think I'm pretty much on point. So now that 36 level is going to be super important. Maybe 36, 36 half. Price needs to stay below, but definitely needs to stay below this 39. So once price gets over this 39, I think next target's going to be up here. It's going to be ugly, but I think that's what's occurring right now. Is if it's going to support, that's what's going to do. If it's going to be weak, that's, it's going to be weak. I think the best spot, if it is going higher, is to come up and then come down again, and then it can set up in something to go higher. If it's going to go lower, it's going to probably just reject somewhere in here and then just get weak. I think most likely we see that upward scenario. It's not going to go straight up in a day. I don't think it should take maybe a month to get up there or something. The timing, I'm not sure on this one at all, but it should take a little while if that's what's going to happen. It's definitely ugly, and I think there's better things out there to trade. Let's go to BNB or Binance coin, and let's zoom out here. And Binance, I'm thinking as 1, 2, 3, waiting for a 4, and then we'll get that 5 later on. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with Binance coin. So 5 should take us over 1,000. Not too bad at all. 39.70 is the invalidation point. So it should stay over 39.70, which it's well over right now. That's okay. And I'm thinking kind of the same thing, Binance coin, probably some support somewhere around here if it's going to come down, and then it can move up again and then move down again, and that's probably the time to start looking for a possible bottoming of Binance. So let's go down to the hourly real quick, and let's zoom in, because you can't see anything on a flat chart. At least I can't. So this was over here in June. We had a move up followed by another kind of uglier move up, and now we're getting this kind of like a corrective move lower. And this move was decent, so actually supporting here is not a bad thing. Let me zoom out a little bit and look at this. Yeah. Supporting over here kind of makes sense, and if that occurs, it should propel price up here somewhere, 340, 370, something like that. That looks very interesting. However, this is kind of ugly, but this move in particular is looking pretty good actually. And that's why I'm saying, if it does support here, I would be looking 293, 304. But if it gets over that, if it gets over 320 from here, then, we can start looking up here. But at the moment, this looks good. All of this looks like trash. This move down is fine. Nice corrective move lower. That's fine. So I like this move here. And then this move can support and push up. That's going to be the initial, that would be the initial target if I was looking at something. And then, just know it has a potential, but kind of have to wait and see. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on Binance. Let's go to XRP. And XRP, there really hasn't been much to do on XRP, but it just kind of sat there. Let's go to a daily. Should have probably done the daily before I started trying to fix the chart. So this is what I have been looking at for the daily on XRP. So we got a W move up, followed, and this was in like 2017, excuse me. Or 2017, 2018, whatever. So W move up, followed by an X move down, followed by eventual Y up, most likely. The only thing different would be if this is going to go to lows, and I don't know if that's what's going to happen, at least not right now. That would move this X over, and then the Y would come later on. Right now it's going to be choppy with the market, but you know, getting a little bit of a bounce kind of makes sense, and that would come right into this region here, and then we'll have to wait and see what happens with it. That's kind of what I'm thinking with XRP. XRP is a little bit ugly. This whole move is just hideous looking, and you know, getting a little bit of a relief rally kind of makes sense, but really just wait and see what happens and kind of just go from there. So that's what I'm waiting on with XRP, just to see what is likely to happen. And right now it can do a couple different things, but I'm thinking, you know, move up here makes sense. And then eventually when the rest of the market does start going down, it can also come lower. So that's what I'm looking at with that. If you enjoyed the video, throw a like. I appreciate that. Hit the bell notification. You'll be notified of other videos that I put out. I categorize them in a playlist, and on the Discord, I also categorize them. So you know my crypto analysis, you know, my DeFi projects, you know, any interviews, stuff like that. So anyway, check it out. If you're interested in the Discord, I am doing a NFT project based on this. So, you know, you can check that out below and ask any question you want in the Discord. That's what it's there for. And the great part about Discord is you can ask questions literally any time of the day. And, you know, I can get back to you when I can. Because if I'm sleeping, you know, I can't really answer questions. So anyway, like the video if you like it. Throw a dislike if you didn't. I appreciate the feedback either way, just so I know like what people like, what people don't. And if you had a token that you want analyzed that I don't do, let me know. And if it's popular, I will throw it in. So with that, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Take care.